Well, hello! Michael here, looking today at Psalms 35, a psalm subtitled God So Great. And we're looking at verse 4 through to 7 for the exposition. So let's read those verses. Verse 4. Let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. Let them be turned back and brought to confusion that devise my hurt. Verse 5. Let them be as chaff before the wind, and let the angel of the Lord chase them. Verse 6. Let their way be dark and slippery, and let the angel of the Lord persecute them. And verse 7. For without cause have they hid for me their net in a pit, which without cause they have digged for my soul. And so we look to the treasure of David for the exposition. It's written by Charles Spurgeon. Verse 4. Let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. There is nothing malicious here. The slandered man simply craves for justice, and the petition is natural and justifiable. Guided by God's good spirit, the psalmist foretells the everlasting confusion of all the haters of the righteous. Shameful disappointment shall be the portion of the enemies of the gospel, nor would the most tender-hearted Christian have it otherwise. Viewing sinners as men, we love them and seek their good, but regarding them as enemies of God, we cannot think of them with anything but detestation, and a loyal desire for the confusion of their devices. No loyal subject can wish well to rebels. Squeamish sentimentality may object to the strong language here used, but in their hearts all good men wish confusion to mischief makers. Verse 5. Let them be as chaff before the wind. They were swift enough to attack. Let them be as swift to flee. Let their own fears and the alarms of their conscience unman them, so that the least breeze of trouble shall carry them hither and thither. Ungodly men are worthless in character and light in their behavior, being destitute of solidity and fixedness. It is but just that those who make themselves chaff should be treated as such. When this imprecation is fulfilled in graceless men, they will find it an awful thing to be forever without rest, without peace of mind or stay of soul, hurried from fear to fear, and from misery to misery. And let the angels of the Lord chase them. Fallen angels shall haunt them. Good angels shall afflict them. To be pursued by avenging spirits will be the lot of those who delight in persecution. Observe the whole scene as the psalmist sketches it. The furious foe is first held at bay, then turned back, then driven to headlong flight, and chased by fiery messengers from whom there is no escape, while his pathway becomes dark and dangerous, and his destruction overwhelming. Verse 6. Let their way be dark and slippery. What terrors are gathered here! No light, no foothold, and a fierce avenger at their heels. What a doom is appointed for the enemies of God! They may rage and rave today, but how altered will be their plight ere long. And let the angel of the Lord persecute them. He will follow them hot-foot, as we say, never turning aside, but like a trusty pursuivant, serving the writ of vengeance upon them, and arresting them in the name of unflinching justice. Woe, woe, woe unto those who touch the people of God. Their destruction is both swift and sure. And verse 7. In this verse, the psalmist brings forward the grave man of his charge against the servants of the devil, for without cause, without my having injured, assailed, or provoked them, Out of their own spontaneous malice have they hid for me their net in a pit. Even as men hunt for their game with cunning and deception, innocent persons have often been ruined by traps set for them, into which they have fallen as guilelessly as beasts which stumble into concealed pits and are taken as in a net. It is no little thing to be able to feel that the enmity which assails us is undeserved, uncaused by any willful offense on our part. Twice does David assert in one verse that his adversaries plotted against him without cause. Net making and pit digging require time and labor, and both of these the wicked will expend cheerfully if they may but overthrow the people of God. Fair warfare belongs to honorable men, but the assailants of God's church prefer mean, ungenerous schemes, and so prove their nature and their origin. We must all of us be on our guard, for gins and pitfalls are still the favorite weapons of the powers of evil. Trust you enjoyed the meditation. Michael here then declaring once again, Jesus is Lord. Until next time, be blessed.